One thing about flying clamps now is flying clamps, you have to clamp two strings together. So when I tension this bottom cross right here, I don't have anything to clamp this string to. I'm only going to have one string clamped in that clamp. So I'm not going to tighten up the clamp. I'm just going to tension this string. And I'm going to clamp the string. Okay? The clamp itself will hold some tension on that string. Now I'm going to clamp the outside main on the short side. And I'm going to move this clamp. I want this down below it again. Okay? The only thing that I lost a little tension on was on this bottom cross. And I'm going to string my bottom crosses at 44 pounds rather than 46 pounds. So losing a little tension down there doesn't really bother me any. Before I tension this string, I'm going to drop my tension down. Okay, again, I'm going to tension the top cross. I'm going to move this clamp and clamp that top cross. Then I'm going to clamp or tension my second cross. I'm going to move this clamp. Well, I can't get him down there, so I'm going to get him up here. And clamp those two crosses together. All right. The only reason I did it that way being not running the third cross at the same time that I had these clamps down here, is because the clamps were in the way. So now I'm going to go on and run in this third cross. When I run the third cross in there, that's actually an even weave because the bottom, it's ran in the same as this bottom cross right here. Now I'm going to go on and run in the fourth cross. The fourth cross is ran in the same as the second cross, which is this one up here. So that's an easy weave. The only problem I'm having right now is the clamps are in the way, but they'll be out of the way shortly. I'm going to go on and tension the third cross first. Take this clamp off, come down here to the third cross, clamp it. Then I'm going to run in my fifth cross. And I'll clamp it down at the bottom. All right, I'm going to run in, again, one ahead, so I'm going to run in the 6th cross. I'll tension the 5th cross. And you'll notice now when I run in this 5th cross and move this clamp, this tension bar isn't going to fall much because this clamp is what's holding that tension bar level. So now I don't have to re-level it. I've already got it level. Okay. I'll tension my next cross. Move my clamp. And now I'm going to straighten up these strings just a little bit because up here at the top especially, they're a little crooked because I had the clamps on top and bottom and sideways and upside down and every which way you could possibly stick them in there. And I'm just going to tension on down the racket. One of the things that I might say is just try to keep your crosses straight as you're going down. That way you're not losing any tension because of bowed strings. Don't wait till you get all the way to the end before you start doing that. Another thing is use 2 clamps. You got 2 clamps, use 2 clamps. Alright, if I'm using 2 clamps, this clamp is taking some of the pressure off of this clamp, so I'm not going to lose a lot of tension, and this clamp is holding this bar level. So when I move the clamp, my bar doesn't drop. I don't have to go back and level it up. If I only use 1 clamp, as soon as I move that clamp, my bar drops. I have to go back through and level it up. Also, I found that if you put your lever for the clamps at the top, you've got a little bit more room. So when I get about halfway down the racket, at first at the top, they're down towards the bottom of the racket to give me more room. When I get around to the center, I switch them around to where they're up at the top to give me more room. Alright, here comes my last bottom cross. So now, if I look right here, I've got probably close to 2 feet too much string here. So I could have easily got by with 35 feet of string to string this tennis racket, rather than having enough to go all the way around the gripper and through it on the short side. Since I was about 4 inches long, maybe all I needed was enough to go around the gripper and not through it. So I could have taken off another 4 inches there. But I hope that helps you stringing a tennis racket. I'm going to do one more here. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. I'm going to come down here and tie off, and again, just like on the bottom, I'm going to loop this string around and behind the anchor string. Once I get that looped in there, I'm going to tie off down here with a Parnell knot. A lot of people like to use a double half hitch. I don't. Can release my clamps. Make sure all my strings are straight. And unmount the racket, cut the tails off, and I should be good to go. They don't need to have such long bolts on these rackets. I hope that helps you. If you got any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments down below, and I will answer them for you. If there's also any other videos you'd like to see, let me know, and I'll see if I can't make those for you.